I never thought I was going to be a rock star or anything like that. I never had that goal, and I don't know that any rock star who's successful does. It's just, I really enjoyed playing, and it was a outlet for me to just, as a hobby, have fun.
Fast forward to today, Kyle's a bit of a rock star and a mastermind in his own right, because he's built KSR Amps from the ground up, combining his background in engineering with his passion for guitar playing. He designs and engineers every guitar amp, switch system, and mod, and will test each product after production, which is made possible because KSR Amps controls every step of production in-house and fosters an environment of innovation.
At the end of the day, it's a tool that a musician's using to create, and I just try to add things to that to make that tool more useful, more versatile, and perform well and be reliable. The innovation comes from, I think, packaging, features, sound, like some stuff I did to this guy, like this control. People were freaking out about this negative feedback control. It's just a knob that controls negative feedback. It's no big deal, right? Yeah. But that to a player is something really powerful.
And powerful enough for bands like Killswitch Engage, along with guitarists Devin Townsend and Joe Satriani to invest. And it's not just the musicians who are invested in KSR Amps.
When I first came here to paint, I didn't know what this shop was. And I asked him, like, well, what do you even do here? And when he told me, I was just like, wow, that's really awesome. So I was immediately interested and joked around immediately, like, I'd probably end up working here. And then here I am.
And like many jobs, it's the culture and team dynamic that makes it worth waking up in the morning. So, the best way to describe the KSR team would be productive, practical jokers.
That's funny. Corey is legendary around here for playing random songs on the Alexas.
Personally, I really love the products here, and I believe in the products, which is why I'm here. I think it's the team and the element that we all bring to the table is why people enjoy it so much, and why people want to be a part of it. It's a really well-known company. Our internet presence, people see us and they just really want to be a part of it. They're always talking about, I want to stop by, or where do I apply, is the main thing that we get on our social media.
And at the end of the day, there's still that one underlying theme that brings each and every KSR amp enthusiast together. And that's simply the love of music.
And we are now joined by Allie. Allie, that was such a great story. So talk to us a little bit about the genre of musicians that typically gravitate toward KSR.
Yeah, and this one actually kind of surprised me because one of the questions that I asked Kyle was, can you describe your sound when you're producing these products? And it's very hard to describe sound. So we went into this long, fun discussion of, like, they use terms like flubby and harsh and bright and tinny. So typically when they're producing these pieces, he's trying to find that middle ground sound, which then caters to those who actually play a little bit more on the metal end, which I thought was interesting. And the products that they're producing are typically for those intermediate to advanced players. I kind of listed a couple of the artists that he's catered to, and he even told me that there's someone who tours with Rascal Flatts, which is country, and has used his amps as well. So as they continue to produce and innovate and try new sounds, they're moving a little bit more into that blues and into that rock and into that country categories, which is a little bit looser. So that's typically who they gravitate to, and overall it's typically been on the metal side.
So, Allie, Wags here in the studio with me was hanging on your every word, just absolutely fascinated. Did not know that this place, this business was in town. It's amazing, given the music industry we have here.
100%. And believe it or not, they've actually shipped their products to 5 different continents. So several and many different countries. And a lot of that is thanks to social media. People have been able to find them online. And it goes back to why in the piece I really wanted to highlight the culture of the floor and the culture of the company, because they truly are a family, and there's a lot of laughter and they have a lot of fun. And yes, they are, you know, down to business at the end of the day and constantly producing innovating products, but they really have a great time together, and they truly believe in the product they're building. And at the end of the day, and as an entrepreneur, I think that's what a lot of us hope for and strive for, is believing in a product and working with the team, and that's what gets us up in the morning. So they're continuing to innovate, and they all kind of expand on the floor and learn a little bit of everything. So if you want to be a part of their culture and their community, I would check them online at ksramps.com on their website, or Instagram or Facebook.
And
right,
Wags
great.
is scribbling furiously.
I know he is.
Check them out.
All right, great job, Allie, as always. Clyde.